Did you know that you can legally set booby traps to protect your property in Texas? That's right. Under Texas law, you have the right to use a device, I like to call it a booby trap, to protect your property. Now you're probably wondering, what is a legal booby trap and what kind of property are we talking about here? Some booby traps are illegal. One of the most memorable cases that I read about in law school was about a homeowner who had a problem with trespassers. So what he did is rigged a shotgun tied to a string that would automatically fire at knee height whenever one of the trespassers would open the door. This is commonly known as a spring gun. Well, he got in trouble for that, but that is not the type of booby trap that we're talking about today. When I say booby trap, you might imagine some sort of Wile E. Coyote style contraption. What we're talking about today, though, isn't some sort of deep pit filled with alligators, or even a bear trap hidden under a dinner plate. Specifically, your booby trap can't be designed to cause or known by you to create a substantial risk of causing death or serious bodily injury. Also, use of the booby trap must be reasonable under all of the circumstances as you believe them to be when you install it. I'm not going to give you opinions on what kinds of booby traps would or would not qualify here, but I imagine that it's something that would be more of an annoying deterrent rather than an actual trap. Do not trap people. In fact, in Dallas, there's actually an ordinance that outlines the use of tear gas on someone as a booby trap for breaking into a vending machine. I swear I found it this morning. I'm not making this up. I found that this morning while doing research. If your booby trap constitutes the use of force on anyone, then you must take great care and consideration before deploying it, because the use of force requires that you reasonably believe that force is immediately necessary. If your booby trap uses force on someone that it wasn't reasonable to use force on, for example, if a child wanders onto your property and trips your booby trap, then you will probably have your own crime to answer for. Under Texas law, you can use your booby trap device to protect both land and tangible movable property. However, you can't set up booby traps to protect just any property. You must be in lawful possession of it. Additionally, Texas law allows you to protect the property of a third person if you reasonably believe that they requested your protection, you have a legal duty to protect it, or if the third party is your spouse, parent, child, resides with you, or is under your care. If you have property that's worth protecting, click the like button. If you know a Texan who needs to booby trap their property, share this video with them. Check out some of these other videos that we've published, and don't forget that we publish new videos every other Thursday at noon. From all of us here at Matthew Harris Law, we appreciate you watching.